The next one was from Old Svenska or Swedish, and this one was about Oli, and he likes to sing a little bit too, and he says, "The object of my affection can change my complexion from white to rosy red, wahoo, the hoo. Anytime she holds my hand and tells me that she's mine, yeah, sure, the poop-de-poop. Now there are some girls who can thrill me, and some who can fill me with dreams of happiness. Zazoo, zazoo, zazoo. But I will hang around until she says she's mine, a bing, a bang, a skid, a boo, boo. Now I'm not afraid she will leave me, for she is not the kind to take a dare. I will always trust her implicitly. She can go where she wants to go, do what she wants to do. I don't give a hoot. Ah, say, the object of my affection is my sweetheart, Lillian Rasmussen. On her papa's farm, I'm the hired man. I help Lillian with her work, and she helps me with mine. And we stop and we smooch whenever we can. And I scrape up the dinner dishes for Lillian, and I get rid of the table scraps, quick as a wink. But her papa put in a new garbage disposal. Yeah, now he keeps a pig under the kitchen sink. And then, sitting side by side, Lillian and me, we milk the cow together. And we grab hold, and our hands been touched when we commence. My Lillian, she is so strong, and she pulls so hard that when the milk hits the pail, it makes dents. And we was milking together when I slipped our engagement ring on Lillian's finger. That is, I thought it was her finger. It felt like her finger. But I know now that for 20 minutes they've been engaged to old Genevieve, the old brown and white Jersey cow. And last Saturday, Lillian put my clothes in the washing machine with hers, and while the washing was being done, I looked through the little window in the front, and when I saw her laundry entwined with mine, oh, for me the begin had begun. And I was just being so thrilled. I got lumps even in my goose pimples when I saw her socks dancing around with my duds. And my complexion turned rosy red, I tell you, when her bloomers jumped up and waved at me and then dove bashfully back down into the suds. Oh, yeah, the object of my affection can change my complexion from white to rosy red. Yahoo, the whoop-de-doo. Every time she holds my hand and tells me that she's mine. Oh, yeah. The next one is an Irish one about Mrs. Ducan. Mrs. Ducan is something else, and I'll tell you all about her. One day, when I was rummaging in my cellar, I found a dozen champagne bottles going to waste. 'Twas a pity to see them go to waste, and so I took a good look at them, and I found that they were all in good condition, except they were full of champagne water. I went out into my backyard, where the grapevine do be, and I took one of them long curly tendrils from the grapevine. And now a friend of mine happened to be the president of the United States Steel Company. And I sent him the curly tendril of the grapevine, and I asked him, would he make me a duplicate of it in tempered steel. Sure was glad to accommodate me, and because once me old man had bought some steel stock from him, when nobody else seemed to want any, and well, it was not 6 weeks when I received back from the president of the Steel Trust the imitation of the curly tendril of the grapevine. Onto the upper end of this, and crosswise, it was no trick at all to fasten a clothespin, and then by pressing the sharp end of the steel tendril into the cork of the champagne bottle, and then by pulling sharp upward, and at the same time holding the bottle between my knees, which I had covered with rosin to keep the bottle from slipping, I drew out the cork. Then I emptied the contents down the drain, except for a small tumblerful, which I drank. I then removed the cork from another bottle, except a small tumblerful, which I also drank, and then I removed the cork from another bottle, except a tumbler, which I drank, and then I removed the bottle from another, no, and then I removed the bottle from another cork, except a bottle which I drank. Then I dunkled the trunk from another. I conkled another trunk from. Well, you see, me friends, I did that same thing to all them 12 bottles, and then the bottles was now all empty, and I steadied the house with one hand, and I counted the bottles with the other, and there were 27 left out of the dozen. And then I got a pail of water and my scrubbing brush, and I proceeded to clean the bottles. But to my surprise, I couldn't get the brush down in the neck of the bottles, and so I carefully turned them wrong side out and scrubbed them well, and then I turned them right side out again. And by that time, the house was revolving rapid, and I sat on the floor and I counted the bottles as they went by, and there were 65 of them. And then I climbed to the kitchen table, and I produced out of the drawer a can opener on the hind legs, of which was a glass cutter, and then I crept back to the bottles and seated myself on the middle of them, and then they were going around and around me, continuously, and then I would grab one when it was off its guard, and I would hold it down by lying on it, and with the glass cutter I cut off the bottom and the neck of the bottle, and what was left made an excellent lamp chimney. And when I counted them, I found I had 72